Hello everybody, welcome to a new tutorial from Sound for More. It's Leo speaking. In this video I'm going to start a new series of tutorials focused on the Yamaha Montage. Of course you can apply the same concept on the MODX as well. Before I continue, I would like to remind my viewers to subscribe as it helps with growing the channel. Okay, so hopefully you can see the screen of the Montage. It's quite a large screen, touch screen, which is really nice. When you turn it on, you are in this view, which is called Live Set, and you can have a lot of live set that you can, of course, test. And of course, you know that with the Montage, and you have these super knob which is flashing in front of you, which by the way you can stop from flashing if you want so. And as you, for example, turn it, you can smoothly move from one configuration, like in this case from a piano to an FM electric piano. So up here you find the bank, you click on the down arrow. In this case we go to the user bank. We don't have any other banks, but if you were to install libraries you will find the others banks over there. Then down here you have the page and you have an arrow down. At the moment we are on Best Montage 1. You click the down arrow, you go to Best Montage 2, and of course you can go up to back up to Best of Montage 1. You have different list of live sets, okay, and they have underneath a configuration which tells you if you have a WM2 as an engine, if you have FMX as an engine, and if you have, for example, similar switch of scenes as well active. So you can also click on each one of them, like so, okay. And down here you also have a category search. You click on the category search and you get onto the screen, which you can actually search for your desired performance. How do you do that? Well, first of all, you click on all up here. You can select which bank you want to narrow down to, and you select it down here. You select any attribute, for example, if you want single performance, multiple performance, smart morphine, AWM2, etc., etc. Down here, you click on searching and you type. So, for example, let's say I want to type side, S-I-D, press enter and it will search for anything that corresponds to that. You can also narrow it down like so, in terms of category, like so, piano, for example, and then you have also subcategory as well that you can narrow it down. You can also audition down here. You can sort by default, name and date. You can also set a favorite if there is one selected, like so. And of course, if there is a large page with a lot of returned items, you can go up and down by page here. So for example, let's click up here. Let's remove that. Let's click down and you can see here there are pages now that you can go up and down. Okay. So if you press the home icon up here, you can go back to home like so, where it shows you the composition of the performance that is selected. If you want to go back up to the live set, click down there, okay, and you go back to the live set. You have an icon up there, FX, which gives you the effects window, of course. And you can press the exit button to go to the previous page, or you can go up here to exit that utility and you press on that. You could go back to the live set. You can also click on that icon there with, it's an icon for connectivity and a controller, and it moves you to the settings here. And this is quite a complex part of Montage, and I'll cover that in another tutorial. Again, press exit. Then if you click where it says 64, we go to the settings of the tempo. And again, I cover that in another tutorial. And of course, when you're up here, you can press on the icon for the utility, the cog ones, and which in this case, it moves you back to the tempo settings. Okay, let's go back to the utility. All right, okay. The other thing that you can also do is you click on category search and you can also initialize a performance. So where it says init here, just click init there, and then you can choose init normal, AWM2, okay, or the FMX, or drum, or multi general MIDI. Okay, let's select AWM2, okay? And then press exit. In this way, you go to this page where you actually have one part assigned here, and you can have up to 16 parts, and then of course you can play that. And just to show you very quickly where it says there no assign, click on that. And then you have this menu which comes up on the left hand side. Click on category search. And here you can start to choose what you want to have for that part. Let's say, for example, I'm going to a bass. Okay, and I'm going to click that bass there, or maybe this bass here. That sounds nice. And we are going to click exit. Okay, and now we have a bass which has been selected for that particular part. Just to give you a brief introduction on the controls which are here. Of course, you selected the bass synth there. You have the arpeggiator on and off, so you can click on that to activate it. Now, it doesn't play any arpeggio because first of all, the arp needs to be switched on. So on the left-hand side of the montage, near the master volume, there is a button which says arp on off. Press on it. When you press on it, of course, it doesn't play anything anymore. And the reason for that is click up here on the name again, click on edit, click on arpeggio, go to individual, click on the category, like so, category search again, then go for a bass and then select one. Or maybe the first one. Press exit, exit again. We are back to the first, to the main window where it was showing the composition of the performance. Click in this area here, use the dial to move down the volume. Really nice. Here is where you can set the range, the lower range and the active range for the particular part. Okay, here is where you activate your part on and off. You can also mute it and you can also solo it there, and then you will have the level here. Let's say, for example, that I want this bass to go up to B3, if I remember correctly. I click here where it says G8, it says keyboard, okay? Click on keyboard or press enter, then press on the keyboard on B3. Actually, in this case, B2. Okay, then let's say that I want to bring in now a pad on part 2. I click on the plus sign, like so. I go on pad, okay? I select analog as a subcategory. I select Octo Supreme. I press exit. And I have now a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts that compose that particular tone which I selected. Now I want to set the lower range to start from C3. So I click on C2, activate keyboard and then press C3. I go to C2 on this part here, press C3, and I do the same for all the other like that, and I'll press exit. And now let's play. So in this case, I have arpeggiator on, so on part number 1, 2, 4, and 5, okay? And I have different arpeggio which are running, and I'm playing only one single note below B2 or below C3, which will be my bass, like so. And then I'm playing some chords on with my right hand above B2. For which, of course, I have already another arpeggiator by default which has been selected. So let's play a little bit. And if you wanted to add, for example, drum, well, very easy. Click on the plus sign, select drum percussion, the first one, just as an example, real drums kit. Press exit. Okay, we have the drum on, the arpeggiator is already on. Let's ensure that the boundaries and the range on the keyboard are right. So we press on G8, press the keyboard and press B2. Okay, so we know that if I above B2 where I play my chords, the drum will not play. Okay, so and now I'll repeat the same thing. I'll play one note below C3 and above C3, or starting from C3, I will play some chords, and let's listen. So as you can see, it's really easy and straightforward to create a performance. You can see I have created a performance with 7 different parts. I have 5 arpeggiator which are running, 1 arpeggiator dedicated for the bass, 1 arpeggiator dedicated for the drums, and then I have 3 arpeggiator dedicated for that particular part, which is composed of different parts. You can see how easy it is, and you can see how great the Montage handle also polyphony in this case for an already complex performance. I hope you enjoyed this first tutorial, just an introduction to get you started with the Montage. I will cover everything that the Montage has to offer in the next tutorial. Okay, see you next time. Bye.